This is not only the oldest factory here, it is also the last one who has the production here in the city center. All the factories, ham factories, were born in the city center, but during the years they have moved to the suburbs because they needed space. Also, we needed space, but we didn't want to leave the city center, and so we excavated underground.
So we just had probably one of the best tours I've ever had in my life. This probably beats any museum or anything we've been to, but looking at all the ham and the process stages made me very hungry. So now we're gonna do a little tasting and have this very exclusive ham. Fun fact, they don't ship anywhere else out. So in order to really enjoy this, you have to come and visit the city. There's no graceful way of doing this.
Nope, definitely not. And I'm going to embrace that savage nature of mine. Oh my God, it's good. So as you can imagine, this right here is completely fresh. Obviously it comes straight from the building itself, so it tastes incredible. We've had this kind of prosciutto before, but this is just next level. I mean, when you're getting it straight from the factory, it doesn't get any better than that.
So I'm gonna go for the top of the leg, which is called the stinco. And this, she said, is the sweetest part of the ham. So let's see. I don't think I've actually ever had this, so let's see. The fact that it was literally just sliced, you don't have to chew it. It melts right into the sides of your tongue, and it's just incredible.
This ham is called noce, and with all of the overwhelming knowledge that we've got, I've kind of forgotten what part of the pig this comes from. But it's good either way.
Speck typically comes from the shoulder of the pig. This speck, I guess you can call it, is the reject that was rejected not to be the San Daniele prosciutto. So they made it into speck, but it's still from the leg. So she said this is a little less smoky, so it's a little sweeter. So I've never in my life had speck from the leg. So I am very, very curious to see how it compares to like more traditional speck. So let's see. Wow, she was not kidding when she said it's sweet. It honestly feels like there's a little sugar on here, but it still has just a little hints of smokiness. But the fact that this was freshly sliced, look how thin that is. This is 11 out of 10.
I don't think that pig stood a chance. So we're about halfway done, or maybe even 3/4 of the way done. And honestly, it's getting a little overwhelming. This is a lot.
This town is so charming, and we just keep looking down every little alley, and there's just like a little restaurant with lights and prosciutto hidden in every single corner. Like, I already can't wait to come back.
So another really cool thing about living in Italy is that no matter what town you go to, you're always going to find one of these churches that are really, really old. This one's from the 1490s. Even inside of the church, you have all of these really beautiful artistic elements here. I'm guessing people probably couldn't really read really well back then, so you have a lot of images that kind of give you the story of the Bible in just pictorial form, and they definitely managed to keep this church in really good condition up until now.
So how you can tell this is a really old town, there's no sidewalks. So the older the town, the less there is of a sidewalk. So you kind of just have to figure out where you can walk, and the fact that this is also a road, thank God it's only one way, because sometimes it can be two-way. But yeah, a lot of these like slightly wider ones were definitely probably implemented within the last 100 or 200 years. Otherwise, yeah, there are, like, see right there, there's no sidewalks.
A town like this, which is really, really famous for prosciutto, I'm starting to wonder how much prosciutto these Italians actually eat, because everywhere we go, there's a restaurant that's advertising, a store that's advertising it. We've seen magnets, like they actually sell magnets, so they're no doubt famous for that, but it kind of makes me wonder how much prosciutto these people eat a year. How serious they take prosciutto here, or ham. because we're actually in kind of like a mini prosciutto museum. So that's what they have right here. They have pictures everywhere of the beginning of this business and the family and the property, what it looked like before, everything that you could possibly want to know, I guess, about a prosciutto place.
So just to kind of give you an idea about the ham operation in San Daniele, the little place we went to, they produce 5 to 12,000 of the ham legs a year. This place, I'm pretty sure, produces 2.7 million a year. So, but the thing is, to be fair, they do have 30 locations, but the scale, just like the difference, you definitely, well, let's see if the quality of the ham is the same. Taste test.
You can be like, guys, I feel sick. I've just been eating prosciutto all day.
I love in Italy, there's always bread.
Sometimes you eat too much of it, though.
There's no such thing. Is it good?
Of course.
Let me have one. As you can hear, this place is definitely much more commercialized and like much more popular. I mean, since we're here, we're in San Daniele, we kind of went with something a little bit more different. We went with the Spanish version of, I guess you can say, prosciutto, which is the Iberico. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So this is hand sliced. It's a little thicker and fattier. And this is imported from Spain. I've never seen it anywhere in Italy. So I mean, I know we're in San Daniele, I know, but I haven't had this in forever, so. It's thicker, it's saltier, it's a little chewier than the San Daniele, the prosciutto here, but it's so good, so good.
Oh shit, this is thicker. Wow, it's very chewy. It's definitely smokier. It's a lot more like the speck that we had at the other place, because the prosciutto is a lot lighter. This one feels a lot darker. Like, you definitely want red wine with something like this.
So it's not just about prosciutto today. We're trying to also have something else. So we're going with the regional favorites, which we have frico and polenta. Polenta is essentially cheesy potatoes, right?
Fried cheesy potatoes.
Yeah. And then we have frico is the cheesy potatoes. Polenta is just the corn.
True.
They're kind of boring in color. They don't look like much, but trust me, they are delicious.
All right, so I got the sausages, the potatoes, and the polenta as well. I was tempted to try to order the prosciutto that they had on the menu because I kind of wanted to see how the two places compared, but I kind of started to feel sick eating so much prosciutto from the last place, and if I didn't balance this thing out, I probably wouldn't make it to get back home. So if you think we've had enough, well, we have. However, if we want more later, we came to the store here inside of the restaurant. It's inside of like a museum, restaurant, store kind of thing. It's kind of weird, but we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get some things to take home.
So if you wanted to take some frico home, they already have it made. You just have to toss it on the pan and it's ready to eat. Of course, with your foie gras. The other prosciutteria, they told us it's very hard to find something after 36 months. This is 48 months. So this, we gotta try. So the cool thing about this store is they have a lot of the regional things, not only from this area, but regional from Italy. So you can get a lot of wines, balsamic, and a lot of other little goodies. Like these are some Sicilian garlic you can get here, which is pretty cool. Something I noticed living in Italy is they love everything with truffle. They incorporate it into pretty much anything. And there's actually fun event in Tuscany. Every fall, there's a white truffle festival, and stay tuned because we will be going this year. Prosciutto legs ranging from $479, $279, and we saw one right here. This is 728 euro. And then this one, I mean, it's beautiful. It is 836 euro, which is insane, but I mean, I bet it tastes incredible. This is probably about 15 to 16 kilos of meat.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that. We did a little bit of grocery shopping here to make sure we could bring some of this awesome stuff back with us. We hope you stick around and subscribe because there's a lot more of this to come. Ciao.